Hello, you're watching ERi-TV English News Broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Ham Berhat. Let's first look at the top stories that are making headlines today. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Vocational training to youth in Keren. WHO warns of 700,000 more COVID deaths in Europe by March. US Department of Energy will make available releases of 50 million barrels of oil. "27 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today at quarantine centers and testing stations in the central, southern, and Ansaba regions. Out of these, 10 patients are from quarantine center 3 and testing stations in Arbat Esmera 1, Kahauta 1, Makal Ketama 1, Godaif 1, Paradiso 1, Gajeret 1, and Adim Gombolo 1, central region. 16 patients are from testing stations in Adik Aye 5, Duwarwa 5, Mendevra 4, Sanafa 1, and Adigulti 1, southern region. The last patient is from testing stations in Keren and Sabah region. On the other hand, 32 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the central 16 and southern 16 regions have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. Sadly, 96 years old patient from southern region and 93 years old patient from Ansaba region have passed away due to the pandemic. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 7,014, while the number of deaths has risen to 57. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 7,250. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 24 November 2021. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Ansaba region organized 3 to 6 months vocational training to 34 youths in Keren city. The training was provided to 19 youths in ceramics and to 15 in computer technology. At the graduation ceremony held in 14 November, Mr. Shamla Gabrahidan, head of the projects in the Union branch, said that the training has been in continuation of the similar vocational training programs aimed at developing the overall capacity of the youth in the region. Mr. Azaz Berahtab, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Student branch in the Ansaba region, on his part, called on the youth to take advantage of the training that are being provided and improve their livelihoods. According to the report from the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Student branches in the Ansaba region, in 2020 and 2021, various vocational training programs have been organized to 343 youth in the region, including in poultry and bee farming, beauty salon, maintenance water pumps, metal and woodworks, and music. Nurse Eyob Takhlai, head of the Tzahra Christian Health Center, reported that the health center is playing due part in the reduction of death rate of mothers and infants during delivery. Mr. Eyob further indicated that the health center is providing regular certain types of vaccinations and the number of pregnant women visiting the health center for treatment is increasing from time to time. Mr. Aman Hadish, head of the health facilities in Berik subzone, on his part called on the residents to reinforce participation in community-based environmental sanitization activities with a view to control the prevalence of communicable diseases that occur due to the lack of sanitation. In Berik subzone, there are 1 health center and 3 health stations. We will be back with international news. Stay tuned. UN Health Agency projects COVID deaths in Europe to pass 2 million by March as the continent sees a surge in infections. The World Health Organization has warned that Europe remains in the firm grip of the coronavirus pandemic, and the continent's death toll could top 2.2 million this winter if current trends continue. Another 700,000 Europeans could die by March 1, the WHO said on Tuesday, in addition to the 1.5 million who have already succumbed to the virus. Europe's return as the pandemic's epicenter has been blamed on sluggish vaccine uptake in some nations, the highly contagious Delta variant, colder weather, moving people indoors, again, the easing of restrictions. The surge has been Australia returned to lockdown this week, while Germany and the Netherlands are poised to announce new restrictions. Several countries, including Greece, France, and Germany, are moving towards requiring a third shot for someone to be considered fully vaccinated. The White House stated the U.S. Department of Energy will make available releases of 50 million barrels of oil for the strategic petroleum reserve to lower oil prices and address the mismatch between demand exciting the pandemic and the supply. Of the 50 million barrels, 32 million barrels will be an exchange over the next several months, releasing oils that will eventually return to the SPR in the years ahead, according to the White House. Meanwhile, 80 million barrels will be acceleration into the next several months of the sale of oil that Congress had previously authorized. The SPR, the world's largest supply of emergency crude oil, was established by the U.S. federal government in 1970s primarily to reduce the impact of disruptions in supplies of petroleum products. As of November 19, the SPR held 604.5 million barrels of crude oil, including 352 million barrels of sour crude and 252.5 million barrels of sweet crude, according to the U.S. Energy Department. Before we close for today's news, let's have a recap of the headlines tonight. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Vocational training to the youth in Keren. WHO warns of 700,000 more COVID deaths in Europe by March. U.S. Department of Energy will make available releases of 50 million barrels of oil. That was all for today's news. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.